Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Atlético Madrid against Real Madrid. Yes, it is the Madrid derby, the long-awaited, dreaded away trip to the Wanda Metropolitano, a place where we didn't win at all last season in all competitions that we've been there. The only loss we had in La Liga, if I'm not wrong, um, the only two losses we had in the whole of last season was away at the Wanda Metropolitano, which is an incredible stat for Atletico Madrid and the fans, but it is something that has to be changed. It is something that you will need to be able to find a way, and it's not gonna remain the same. I don't believe that there is this curse or it's impossible to win there. We've done it before. We will do it again. But last season it was really a bit of the unknown. It was really an unknown period of time. That first game in La Liga, and then in the cup, it was coming off a back of a bit of overconfidence. We beat them in the Spanish Super Cup. We beat Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup. We went back to the Copa del Rey, and the confidence was slightly too high. It turned to a bit of arrogance, and in the end, you lose that game. Late on, things like that do happen. So I do believe that there is going to be finally, um, you know, a level where we can find ourselves at and win this game. It's not gonna be easy. It's not been easy this whole season to get wins, but you certainly have to find a way. And it's not been made any better. Obviously, you can see the starting 11. The big key change is no Mbappé, and we'll get on to that in just a second. But before we do, firstly, it is not related to this game whatsoever, but can we just have a moment of appreciation for Rafael Varane, whom has retired from football, Real Madrid legend, Real Madrid hero. You might deem him as a legend. I think a lot of people would deem him more as a hero. I think that, look, that partnership he formed with Ramos, after coming in and replacing Pepe, those days. And this guy is a multiple Champions League winner. He's a World Cup winner. He has won so many trophies. I think 22 trophies in his career, which is incredible. This guy really was ruined by injuries, and towards the end of his Real Madrid career, it didn't go very well. He went to Manchester United. Injuries ruined him. He signed for Como in the summer, and I think he played one game and he got injured. And he has called it a day. I think that is very highly likely due to the injuries. It's kind of like, is there a point in me continuing playing? If I come back in a couple of months' time and I get injured again, and I get a really serious injury, is it worth the risk? And I just think that he has thought, you know what, it's probably not worth the risk to continue. And he's young. He's a young defender. He's a young player. He's not, you know, 35, 36, that sort of age. So, look, all the best to Varane for his, future and, whatever he does. I would like to see him probably take up some coaching, philosophy, go into coaching, it would be cool. But, it's probably very unlikely, isn't it? But who knows? Who knows? A lot of players who retire these days go into coaching. So, moving away from that, slight appreciation for Varane. Back to this game. Why is Mbappé not in the starting 11? It's not because I don't fancy Mbappé. I think that if there's anyone you want to have for such a game is Mbappé. But he picked up an injury against Alaves, which wasn't really talked about a lot until about a day after the game. That he had come out that he got injured. He's gonna be out for about 3 to 4 weeks, which means he will be out for the next 2 games, away against Lille. In fact, away against Atletico, away against Lille, at home against Villarreal, and potentially away against Celta Vigo, and maybe at home to Dortmund as well. Maybe. Realistically, he should be able to make it back for El Clasico, realistically. So, that's a bit of a positive in terms of that. But the negative is he'll miss this game. He'll miss Lille. He can't play against his brother now, which is a bit of an unfortunate, situation. I would have really loved to see Kylian against Ethan and Mbappe. It's fine. He'll miss Villarreal, which is cool. He'll miss Celta Vigo, I think that's cool. He'll probably miss Dortmund. And I hope he's back for El Clasico. He's an important player to the team. But Madrid derby, you have to cope without him, and that is going to be the key. Now, before we get into my starting 11, which is on screen, let's talk about Atlético Madrid. Because as of recording, they're yet to play Celta Vigo. They've got them away today. I'm recording this quite early, actually. If they win, which they could, they would go into third place with 15 points. 2 points behind Real Madrid and 6 points behind Barcelona. That is obviously if they win. Obviously, if they don't, if they draw, they would probably remain fourth, which is where they are right now. If they lose, they will probably stay fourth or even drop down to fifth. So, all down to Celta Vigo now, whether they can help us and help Barcelona out here. In terms of form at home, their last home game in the league was against Valencia, which they won 3-0. Prior to that, back in August, they had Espanyol at home. They drew 0-0. They had Girona at home. They won 3-0. So 2 wins and a draw in 3 home league games so far. They've also beaten Leipzig at home in the Champions League. So 4 wins in all 3 wins out of 4 in all competitions, 1 draw. They are obviously a solid team at home. They're gonna play the same way that Simeone plays, that sort of 3-5-2 formation. It's gonna be frustrating to play against, but you have to figure out a way. Obviously, this team have got quality. Alvarez came in the summer. Conor Gallagher came in the summer. Let's not forget Soloff. He came in the summer. They still got Griezmann, Angel Correa, Marcus Llorente, ex-Real Madrid. They've got Samuel Lino. Defensively, they've got the likes of Ronaldo, Jimenez, Lenormand, who came in the summer, Clement Longley, who came in the summer, Molina, Aspilicueta, Jan Oblak, the keeper. This side is a very, very, very good team. And they've dropped a bit of points this season at home and away, simply because they just haven't been clinical enough. So let's hope that happens, but obviously you need to be able to manage your own team and manage your own game rather than bothering about how another team and the opposition plays. So for me, I'm just thinking, can Real Madrid go out there, and how are Real Madrid going to line up to go out there and stand a chance to win, which is possible. It is possible. So, now, final part, my starting 11, I've gone Thibaut Courtois in goal, because he's Thibaut Courtois. Lunin, he's not going to get a chance, and that's unfortunate. I did expect Lunin to get a chance against Alaves. He didn't. So, yeah. There's that. The back four, is the strongest back four you can go with. Mendy, Rudiger, Militao, Carvajal. Take that all day. Please no messing around. I know Lucas Vazquez has been good so far this season to the start, but you cannot risk it to go with an attacking wingback for no reason really. Same with Fran Garcia. The midfield, you need balance. You need players in the midfield that can, create, can defend, can play well. And I think with Tchouaméni, Modric, and Fede Valverde, that's what you get. I do not want to see Arda Güler in that role, simply because he's probably going to tuck out to the right hand side again. Rodrigo is probably going to have to go to the left hand side again. That leaves the center of the pitch exposed. If you decide, okay, Arda Güler, play centrally, he will get out muscled, out strength, out bullied by Atlético Madrid. So to start him in the midfield wouldn't be wise, and I wouldn't start him on the right wing anyways, because Rodrigo played well, really well against Alaves. Start him. And Vini as well played really well. Start him. And Mbappé injured. What are you gonna do? I think that realistically, I wouldn't say let's risk it and start Endrick. I wouldn't say let's risk it and maybe play Vini up front or Rodrigo up front and bring in Arda Güler into the attack. I wouldn't do either of that. Just play Bellingham in this role, this false 9/attacking 10 role, which he can do. And what that does do is it creates so much possibilities, so much flexibility, whether you're attacking or defending. On paper, it looks like a 4-3-1-2 with the 10. But Bellingham can come into the midfield and make it a 4-4-2. A diamond 4-4-2. Similarly, it can be a 4-3-3 if Bellingham comes back, Valverde pushes out to the right, and Rodrigo goes down to the center of the pitch. So again, there's different ways that you can play around this formation and the system when you've got a player like Bellingham, who is being able to play as a 10, as a false 9, as a centre midfield, have the kind of possibilities and options with this team. And I just think that having watched Endrick and Arda Güler, I think they are fantastic players, they are good talents, but they are not ready physically for such a heated Madrid derby. I think you need players who are ready. And I think if you want to bring them on to change the game, cool. But I think to start, you play the players who are physically and even mentally ready and prepared. So that will be my starting 11. Lastly, score prediction. Look, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really, really hard to call. Do I go optimistic or do I go a bit more conservative? Because I think if I was to say conservative, I'll probably say, a 1-1, a 2-2. But I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to go Atlético Madrid 1, Real Madrid 2. I think we will get this job done. I hope. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the bell if you did. Subscribe to the channel on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.